Welcome everybody to the next trade pending customer training webinar. This is the September 2022 edition. 3 myths about trade and product updates and some other marketing ideas. Let's get going. That's me, Matthew, Chief Marketing Officer. Gwen is joining us as well, as she usually does. Hey, Gwen.
Hello.
As you would expect, we are recording this. We will share it out afterwards. If you have questions, feel free to use the Q&A button. If we don't have any questions at the end, then we're done. It's okay. If you don't yet, please go follow us on social media. We have some really interesting things that we're going to be pumping out here in October. It's called the 5 Days of Fall campaign. There's going to be some really, really cool stuff given away. I can't share details now, but it's going to be worth it. Go follow us on social. You won't regret it. All right, so here we go. Today we'll talk about some myths and misconceptions, jump into some product stuff, some new designs coming out. We keep reinforcing these messages that we have because we just want to make sure that you're aware of them when they actually do come out and there aren't any surprises. So let's get going. 3 myths/misconceptions about trade. This one we hear still surprisingly a lot, and it's understandable. This is how people have done this forever. Hey, what book value does TradePending use? Gwen, do we use a book value?
Oh, no.
We don't. Does Zillow use books to value real estate? Do realtors use books to value real estate?
No, we're looking at the market, right?
That's right. Stocks don't use books to value stocks. We use data, right? So we're looking at the market every single day. We are looking at the ask prices on franchise dealer websites. We're not looking at CarMax. We're not looking at Carvana. We're not looking at independents. We're just looking at the things that are relevant and specific to your market. And then we are looking at it from as small radius as possible from your dealership. So that way it is actually your market, because a car in San Francisco might be different than a car in Tulsa, Oklahoma in terms of the value, right? We've seen tumultuous market the past 2 years, right? So we adjust daily. Oh, there we go. So yeah, every day we're moving up and down, left and right. We stay on top of that.
Yeah.
Am I doing okay so far, Gwen? Okay.
Yeah. Dynamic. We're staying on top of things, everything you would want.
Wonderful. Myth number 2, I need to contact TradePending to change my values because the market is crazy. There are certain times when you may want to do this. There's certainly a case to be made if you've got a CarMax or some other competitor down the street that has gotten really aggressive with their trade-in offers, and you want to maintain some degree of similarity to that so you're not losing out on those leads, right? But otherwise, do you need to mainly update your values? No. Let's take a look at what's been happening in the market lately. So we are looking at the TradePending 100 data. This is the 100 most in supply vehicles on franchise dealership websites. And we looked at the last 13 months. And if you just take that baseline, values have been declining and declining. Over the last 13 months, they're roughly down 16.3%, right? We are tracking this stuff every single day. So we keep tabs on it, and the values will adjust in that scatter plot and in the range that you get there, or in that single price offer that you get.
Right.
If you have made some adjustments, and it's okay if you have, right? Because that's the flexibility that you get. And it depends on your strategy.
Right.
Reach out to your customer success manager. You can also always email support@tradepending.com, but they'll be able to walk you through, yeah, hey, here, you're trying to hit this value. Make sure it's not just some unique car, some really old car. Like if you try to manage to the exception there, you're in trouble. You want to manage to the norm with your values there.
Right. And our customer success folks are so great at just partnering with you and helping understand your goals and making sure that what you've got set up is aligned with that. So reach out if you need that help. Absolutely.
Myth 3, I can't handle any more leads. Maybe you should just refine them a little bit. So we have something to help with that. Gwen, are you talking through this? Do you want me to bomb through this here real quick?
Yeah, sure. We can talk through it. There's there's that quantity over quality, and a lot of these features are intended to help focus on that quality of the features that you're getting, so that you can look and see what the leads that you are talking to, what have they seen. Their VDP view history gives you an idea of what you want to talk to them about, what they might be interested in buying. So that's super helpful. As well as, oh yeah, validating their information seems like making sure that the email and the phone number information that they have put in is actually their phone number and email. And then so when you reach out and contact them, you're actually going to get in touch with the person who's expecting to hear from you. So that can be really helpful too. Well, you know, big time waster cut there if you make sure that who you're talking to is who you expect to be talking to.
Yep, and you'll even see it in our dashboard, the folks that have gone through and verified information. That way your team there, your sales team, your BDC team can look at that and filter it and say, yep, here are the ones who have verified the information. I'm going to focus on these people first.
Absolutely.
And then make it really easy to share the market report as well too. So like you get it back, and me as the person, I want to share it with my spouse, with my significant other, with my best friend, because we're going to go in on this new Raptor together. I don't know, I'm making that up, but quickly share it. And so now you'll be able to see that somebody has shared it, who they're sharing it with, and you've got another decision maker in the process there. You know, they're a little bit more engaged.
So engaged they are, exactly.
Okay. Definitely handing things more over here to you, Gwen, on the product update side.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we have our market report design updates. The meaty updates that changed, any real substantive things have already happened with the supply trending update rather than the geo-based supply graphic we had before. So that change has taken hold, as well as the tax banner, which now is also available for our neighbors to the north in Canada. It'll show tax savings for those folks as well. If you want that enabled, you can contact support about that. But the rest of the updates that we're talking about and that we're seeing are purely visual in nature. Well, the back end bit makes it more supportable for our teams. So that's a benefit that you reap. But from the customer point of view, for the most part, it's more a modern visual look and feel, and a little more than that. So,
and yeah, really brief on this. All right, we wanted to make this simple to interpret for the dealer and for the customer. So if supply is down and decreasing, there's a great conversation to be had right there that says like, hey, there's fewer of these in the market right now. We actually sell these cars. Can you bring it in? Like, we'd actually like to see it because there are fewer of them. It's in demand. The flip side, if that number is up, if it's in the positive, it's like, yeah, this is actually a popular car, may actually take longer to sell. Do you want to hold on to this car for a month and a half, or you can bring it into us and we'll take care of everything for you?
great points. Yeah. And that, as well as the other talking points about our trade market report, are all in the knowledge base and in these resources that are listed on the slide there that can help you out.
Yeah, so I pulled this up here real quick just so you can say like, yep, if you ever need a printout, like, hey, how do I talk through this? How do I prep? How do I train my team to understand what these things are? There's the written version of that here. And then if you just want to sit back and watch the 3-minute video, you've got that here too.
And they're both very helpful. Yeah. So next we get to talk about the refresh on badges that's coming up. So this start rolling out in the coming weeks. It's in the final stages of development, so we're getting some testing done, and it'll start seeing it soon. But we're doing it in stages, so support for customizations, questions that can kind of spike at an initial release is scalable for our teams as well as for yourself. So we can make sure that we're able to respond in a prompt manner. But when you do get the updates, there will be the same ability to customize your colors and fonts along to support, but along with what you're starting to see here, these new icons and some punched up text, cleaned up look and feel. Should be a great new experience for everyone. So once you're clicked on the badge, a consumer will then follow seamlessly through to this report where whatever it was that they clicked on great deal, that'll be the one that's right at the top of the report. But then they'll also have listed out all these other attributes that are unique and valuable to the particular vehicle that they're looking at. So helps your sales folks do their job, makes it easier to have those conversations with the consumer about what makes that car one that they want to drive off with. So again, we'll to summarize, we've got the newer icons, punched up, new improved text, seamless experience going from the badge into the report itself on the badges, and most interesting data getting highlighted first. So whatever I wanted to see when I clicked on something, that's what I'm going to see, and that's what's going to jump off the page for me as the consumer.
All right, we're going to do a quick reminder here that you can go in and actually customize badges. You can create your own custom badges. You can change them up, and I'll hop over here and actually show you this here. So I am in our demo account, and if I come down over here to VINs and their badges, I can see all of the VINs from my inventory feed here. And if I want to go in here and customize a badge for this Santa Fe, I can go down in here. I can see what's listed. I have these just out of the box that I can do already. Like I know I've already added new brakes to it. It's lifted, it's kick ass, whatever it's going to be. But then I can also just customize it in here as well too. I can make my own version of this, and we can certainly work with you on that. The support team can help you with that too.
Yeah,
But that is it. Go ahead.
just aspects of this will actually be easier for our team to support with the new version of it that's coming out too as well.
Which means you get it faster. There's also a concept of VIN specific badges. So there was one case where we knew that this dealer had a group of VINs or stock numbers that they wanted to apply a special badge to, a special financing, and they sent us those VINs, and boom, we put it up. We even had date timestamps on it so that it would stay up there for 3 weeks and come down automatically. You had this capability too with badges. And we talked about making your own. You got to see that, so we don't need to look at another slide of that there. All right. So the best practices section, probably the easiest thing that you can do is go to the TradePending knowledge base, support.tradepending.com. We have all this stuff here. Easily our most well-registered and well-attended webinar was the Car Dealer's Guide to Getting Started on TikTok. I guess I've got breath mints on the line. I have actually some Dealer Inspire breath mints right here from probably 3 conferences ago. I still use them though. Thanks, Dealer Inspire.
It's important.
There is also this link here. Just bookmark this. This is, we write plain text emails. We push them in here every month. Some of our salespeople and account managers share this out with their dealers. It's just really plain English language emails that you can send out to your customers saying like, hey, like this is happening in the market. We'd love to like get your car, or like, do you want to know how much your car is worth? A lot of opportunity there to just have some basic email campaigns that are going to create leads. And I talk about the knowledge base here, and the biggest thing you can do is just go to it and type in the word best practices and don't hit enter, and you're going to get back a whole slew of things.
Nice.
All right. So coming up for everybody here, I had to include this little GIF here. Like, it's a credit to Alex, our design and marketing manager. GA4, it's either the greatest thing or the biggest nightmare. But everyone does have to migrate to GA4. That's July 2023 is that cutoff for their analytics. The time to start planning this right now to migrate or die is now, because you don't get to keep your historical data in Universal. You can export it out, but in GA4, you will not be able to go back and look and see multiple years of history worth of data. It's just really sad. And as a marketer, it makes me cry inside a little bit. So the sooner you can get launched on GA4, the better it is for you. And we're going to have George Nenny, one of the best voices in automotive about this, talking us through it, like how he's getting it set up, what he's seeing, some best practices, how you can use it for advertising campaigns. And we'll also drill into what TradePending is doing to that and how you can see our events in there and what you can make of it there. All right.
Very exciting.
One other announcement here, the Wobbly Awards, the second annual Wobbly Awards are coming up in December or November. I can't remember. It's I should know, but it's coming up soon. If you feel like you have excelled in one of these fields, we will get you the nomination form, nominate yourself to win one of these prestigious Wobbly Awards. I've got one on my desk here.
It's not the award, but I have my wobbly.
You have your Wobbly Bird. Mine's going in the background over there. And most simply, if you just need your own Wobbly Bird, hit us up at this link. We will mail you one. I'll leave that there for a second because you have to write it down or remember bit.ly/wobblybird. There you go. All right, with that, we are done. I'm not seeing that we have any questions in the Q&A, so we'll stop it. We'll hit save. We'll share it out. Thank you, everybody, for attending today.